In today's video, I'll be counting down the 10 richest celebrities in the world today. The measurement for the wealth of these celebrities is the amount of money they've made between June of 2017 and June of 2018, provided by our favorite magazine, Forbes. All of the individuals on the list will have familiar faces, but some of them may surprise you. From athletes to actors to musicians, all 10 of the individuals have had a prolific year that has been very kind on their wallets. So without further ado, let's begin the countdown at number 10. The world's highest paid celebrities. Our first celeb on the list is an athlete and a dashingly handsome one at that. Cristiano Ronaldo. The football star garnered millions thanks to his player contracts and sponsorships. In his tenure at Real Madrid last year, he earned his 5th Ballon d'Or, the award given to the world's best soccer player. Last year, he made 44 appearances for the Spanish club and totaled a remarkable 44 goals. The big news, however, is the blockbuster signing that came on July 10th when CR7 left Madrid and took his talents to his new club in Italy, Juventus. Juventus managed to snag the Portuguese superstar for a pretty 120 million euros in a 4-year contract. Along with that massive pile of cash, Ronaldo has copious sponsorships under his belt, including but not limited to Electronic Arts, Herbalife, and also a $1 billion lifetime contract with Nike. All these sources of income result in Cristiano holding the title of the world's 3rd highest paid athlete and the 10th highest paid celebrity. Last year, the Ronaldo pulled in about $108 million. On top of all that cash, he is the most popular athlete in the world, with an incredible total of 322 million followers on social media. Number 9. Ed Sheeran. Sheeran makes the list with $110 million earned last year. He's one of the most well-known musicians on the planet, and one that is sure to jerk a few tears out of the eye. We've all been there. The Englishman resides in London, where he collects massive checks coming from his billions of streams and sold-out concerts. While Ed Sheeran isn't the highest music-related item on the list, he is the highest-paid solo artist in the world. Which is amazing considering some of the big names of solo performing artists, including Beyoncé, Ariana Grande, or Justin Bieber. Along with his millions gained from his music, he's also made cameos in TV shows such as The Simpsons and Game of Thrones. Perhaps the most remarkable fact to note concerning Sheeran's appearance on this list is that the man is only 27 years old. It's rather amazing how quickly the young man solidified himself as a music superstar. And he's got millions of dollars to show for it. Another football superstar, Lionel Messi. The Argentinian has spent his entire football career at Barcelona, and it doesn't look like he'll be leaving anytime soon. In November of 2011, Messi signed a contract extension that keeps him at the Spanish club until 2021, and ensures that the club pay him an annual salary and bonus in excess of $80 million, making him the highest paid for his work on the pitch. Last year, he scored 45 goals in all competitions, and holds the record for the most goals scored in a single La Liga season, which makes sense considering he is La Liga's top scorer of all time. Along with his massive football contract, Messi has a lifetime contract with Adidas, and other sponsorships such as Gatorade, Pepsi, and MasterCard. China is a country that has taken such a liking to Messi that they are constructing a theme park called the Messi Experience Park. This park is set to open in 2020. In total, Messi gathered $111 million just last year. Number 7. Coldplay. The 7th spot on our list comes in the form of a band. Coldplay has become one of the biggest bands of all time. The big ticket item that got them on that spot on the list was the massive tour they went on over the past 2 years. Chris Martin and Company's A Head Full of Dreams tour grossed more than $500 million in its 2-year, 5-continent run. That total means Coldplay trails only U2's 360 tour and the Rolling Stones' A Bigger Bang tour on the all-time list. Besides these two bands and the Beatles, and perhaps one or two others, there really isn't a more successful band to ever exist. The band managed to rake in $115.5 million last year alone. Number 6. U2. U2 just barely tops Coldplay as the highest-paid musical group in the world, thanks to their tour of the 30th year anniversary of their album, The Joshua Tree. This tour grossed over $300 million, making it the most lucrative outing of 2017. Along with the tour, the band released their 14th studio album called Songs of Experience. Bono and company have made a case for themselves being the best rock band of all time. While their success can't be ignored, that is certainly a debate for another time. Last year, the band pulled in around $118 million. Number 5. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is everywhere these days. Turn on any television and within minutes this massive bald man will find his way onto the screen. Without a doubt, Johnson is the go-to action hero in movies today. Thanks to his colossal following on social media, The Rock is able to negotiate huge contracts for his movies, making him the highest paid actor in the world. Last year, thanks to blockbusters like Jumanji, Johnson was able to total his revenue at $124 million. Some of his other recent blockbusters include A Rampage and Baywatch. Johnson is already scheduled for a new installment of the Fast and Furious franchise coming later this year. Along with his millions made from movies, Johnson also stars in the HBO series Ballers and produced and hosts a show on NBC called The Titan Games. All of this work and the man still manages to wake up before 5 a.m. to hit the gym and get some pumps in. Incredible. Number 4. Judy Shindlin. Number 4 is perhaps the most surprising on this list, but as it turns out, Judge Judy makes bank. The eponymous show has been on the air for 22 seasons and is watched by an average of more than 10 million viewers a day. From Judge Judy alone, Judy makes $47 million a year. But what Judy got so high on the list for was the selling of the rights to a massive library last year. I'm not sure how big and how extensive a library has to be able to sell the rights for $100 million. But Judge Judy's library is just that. With that amazing sell and the money earned from her incredibly successful show, Judy Shindlin earns the number 4 spot on the list, with $147 million made last year. Number 3. Kylie Jenner. The third celeb on the list is the youngest on the list and soon to be the youngest self-made billionaire. The reality TV star Kylie Jenner has made millions with her makeup company. Last year, her profits continued to soar, and she was able to pull in $166 million herself. Currently, Jenner is worth just under $1 billion, but it seems it won't be long until she hits that magic number. Kylie Cosmetics has sold more than $630 million worth of makeup since its founding in February 2016. Famous for its $29 lip liner and lipstick lip kits, Kylie Cosmetics has since expanded into eyeshadow, highlighter, eyeliner, and more. Keep in mind, the young mogul is just 21 years old. Number 2. George Clooney. The number 2 spot on the list belongs to another actor. But it wasn't his acting that placed him above his fellow Hollywood star. Last year, George Clooney sold his tequila company that he started with his friends Rondé Gerber and Mike Meldman. The company, called Casamigos, was purchased by British liquor giant Diageo for an astonishing $700 million. So, while Mr. Clooney may not be acting as much these days, don't worry. He's still able to put food on the table. Thanks to this monster transaction, Clooney was able to rack in $239 million for himself last year. This sale grants Clooney with the best annual take-home of any actor in history. The Cincinnati dropout will be drinking to that for years to come. Besides Nespresso commercials, Clooney hasn't acted since 2016. But this year, he starts in a mini-series called Catch-22, based on the classic novel by Joseph Heller. Number 1. Floyd Mayweather. On August 26, 2017, Floyd "Money" Mayweather and the notorious Conor McGregor fought in what is known as the Money Fight, or the biggest fight in combat sports history. Needless to say, and as I'm sure you've heard, Mayweather won a whole lot of money that night. And not just because he won the fight, Floyd was also the promoter of the fight. Throughout his career, Mayweather has served as his own promoter. From winnings, promotion fees, and sponsorships, the undefeated boxer was able to pull in $285 million just last year, making him the world's highest-paid celebrity. Mayweather has won titles in 5 different weight classes, including super featherweight, lightweight, light welterweight, welterweight, and light middleweight. Many make a case for Mayweather as the greatest boxer of all time. While others contest that Ali is still the greatest, Mayweather is by far the highest-paid boxer the sport has ever seen. In fact, his all-time earnings are close to $1 billion, making him the first $1 billion man in boxing. And he doesn't even sell a miniature portable grill. So, at $285 million in the last financial year, Floyd Money Mayweather is the highest-paid celebrity of 2018. Let me know in the comments what you think of the list. Which names surprised you? Did we miss any of your favorite celebs? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As always, I'm Mr. Luxury. Pip pip da doodly doo.